couple things I wanted to just note here is that before you choose the first conversation, look down here. This defines all of your variables that you have in your entire project that are available in the Lua scripting language. You don't normally need to do anything down here. It's just kind of neat to look at. So for example, here's our weapons item, and here are the fields we have access to in the scripting language. Name, here's that in inventory field that we defined. So sometimes you can debug problems by looking at this. Okay, I'm going to start here. And let's talk to the village child. And notice what happened over here. In the mutual status tracker, remember we set a mutual status, actor Charlene toward location Great Cave learned about. Okay? And now we'll click Ask the Protector, and here we've set weapons in inventory equals true. Now I'm going to leave this because that's working how we want. And now is where things get really interesting. We're going to add Hanatu, who is the person who actually has the amulet. There he is, age 0. That doesn't make sense. I'm just going to erase that. And now I'm going to make a new conversation called The Cave. And it's going to be between Charlene and Hanatu. And the amulet doesn't really make a lot of sense anymore for the title of this conversation. I'm going to rename that to The Village. Okay, notice the new conversation actually opens up in a new tab, which is nice. You can just switch between them really easily. And here is my new conversation. And I'm going to actually enter this conversation really quick while I pause the video. Okay, I filled in the second conversation here. Basically, Hanatu just says, "Who are you? I'm Charlene, I'm looking for the amulet," and he gives it to you. Okay, so for when he gives it to you, we're actually going to make that happen in the script editor. Go back over to Assets, drag in the amulet, dot in inventory equals true. Okay, so that's actually the action of receiving the amulet. Now I'm going to do something else. I'm going to go back over to the village, and I'm going to add on here to the protectors dialog and say something like, when you get the amulet, come back and talk to me. Okay, so that just prompts the player that you're supposed to come back here. And now I'm going to add one last option up here. So I think of these as kind of like catch nodes. So like first time here, this is the node. Anytime you come back, I'm going to use this. I'm going to put a third one here. That's going to be when you come back and you actually have the amulet. So we'll have the protector, if you actually have the amulet and you come back, say something like, okay, kind of cheesy, but whatever. Okay, there we go. And the condition for this one is going to be, actually I'm just going to drag in the amulet here, dot in inventory double equals true. That's the condition. Because this is already below normal, when you come back with the amulet, this one will be higher priority, so this one will not be chosen, and you will hear from the protector. So this should work correctly now. I'm going to go ahead and simulate this to see if it works. Notice here are both conversations now. I'm going to show you in a second how to dim this out if you're not supposed to go there yet. But anyway, let's just go to the village, talk to the village child and the protector, and leave. Now we'll go to the cave, looking for the amulet, take this and use it wisely, and now we have I is just short for item, amulet in inventory equals true. Let's go back to the village. There we go. I am pleased. You have successfully completed your task. Perfect. That's what we wanted. I didn't like it how the cave was an option at the very beginning. So what we can do is actually set a condition on the root node of the conversation. So the condition here is going to be I want to only display this after Charlene has learned about the Great Cave. So if you remember, we defined that as a mutual status. Asset 1 is Charlene. Asset 2 is the Great Cave. And the status we did was learned about. Okay. And the last thing I want to do to demonstrate the power of the scripting system is to do a relationship. So what I'm going to do is in the cave, I'm going to allow Charlene to be really mean to this guy. Okay, so I'm going to call this the nice option. So for menu text, I'm going to say be nice. And let's add a group just to keep things organized. I can actually insert a new group before this node, and I'll call this nice/mean, and I'll color it orange. Okay, so let's make a second option here. This is Charlene talking to Hanatu. Menu text will be mean. And I'm going to say, give me the amulet. I know you have it, old man. That's pretty mean. And the response to that will be, and to make this work, when you choose this option, give me the amulet, the mean option, I'm going to have the script editor here I'm going to actually decrement a relationship. So relationship, you can define whatever arbitrary type of relationship you want to track. They all start at 0. So if I decrement by using the decrement relationship function, after this node it'll be -1. And actor 1 is going to be Hanatu. And actor 2 is going to be Charlene. So this is the way that Hanatu feels about Charlene. And the type, I'm just going to call it friendly. And decrement by 1. Okay. And I also want to give the amulet even with this choice here. So I'm actually just going to copy and paste this condition over, or the script over, I'm sorry. Save that. And now we just need some way of responding to that choice. So back over here, I'm going to actually add in a new, insert a new group. Whoops. I want to insert that before. And I'm going to call this nice mean as well, and also color this one orange. So here, this is the nice response. So I'm pleased you've completed your task. I'm going to transfer this condition here, cut that, and paste it up to here. So let's add another response. This is Protector talking to Charlene. So if you were mean to Hanatu before, I'm going to have the Protector say something like, and the way that I'm going to respond correctly is by using the relationship condition. So for this one here, the condition is going to be a relationship condition, Hanatu toward Charlene, and I called it friendly. If the value is greater than or equal to 0, I would consider that friendly relationship. And over here, I'm going to copy, paste this condition. This one's going to be displayed if the friendly relationship is less than 0. Okay, so let's give it a try. This is our last simulation here. Notice that the cave is now grayed out. That's just an indicator for us. It's kind of nice to have that. Go to the village, ask the child, the Protector, and leave. And now the cave is bright. Okay, who enters my cave? And here's where I can be nice or be mean. And I think I know what you're thinking. I'm going to choose the be mean option. Give me the amulet. Okay, and down here in the relationship tracker, Hanatu toward Charlene, friendly is -1. That is not good. Okay, so I'll go back to the village, and he responds accordingly. The energy is dark. He's cursed the amulet. What have you done? So I hope you found this video useful in describing some of the various ways that you can actually use the scripting system to make your conversations more robust and flow exactly the way you want them to. In the next video, we'll actually present you with even more tips and tricks and some common structures that might be useful for you in your conversations.